Hey guys, it's Desi Star here with my little man Levi Star, and
Levi.
yes, you are Levi, and my wife has been telling me I need to get on the ball and make sure everyone knows what's going on with my trip to Africa. So it's been a whirlwind. So it's something I've been praying about for a while, but then all the details just kind of fell into place. And so I am leaving. Today is June 2nd, and I'm leaving on June 22nd. So I'm leaving in 20 days, and I'll be gone from the 22nd and arrive back here in Denver on July 5th. And I'm going to be... okay, quiet guys. I'm going to be... Shh, you gotta be quiet. I'm going to Kenya, and I'm going to be going to Kitale, Kenya, which is an agricultural kind of center in Kenya, where we're going to be putting on a conference, an appleseed ministry. You should look them up, appleseedministry.com, and we're putting on a conference to train church planters, in particular simple church planters or organic church planters or house church planters, whatever terminology you want to use. And we're going to be training church planters from Kenya, as well as Uganda. Okay, you guys get back. Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, and Burundi. And we're going to be focusing on two main things. That's equipping indigenous church planters in the developing world so they can multiply disciples and simple churches amongst the lost and the broken, and then preparing these same leaders to go and empower the poor using strategic development projects that come from listening to God and seeing what are the gifts that God has given to the communities that are the communities of Jesus, or the churches that he's raised up there. So please join me in praying. Pray that God will be preparing these leaders. Leaders from Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, as well as the leaders in Kenya, where Dawson, who's a church planter in Kenya, has multiplied a ton of simple churches. But in Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, and Burundi, as far as we know, that has not been happening. These are brand new people. These are people who are brand new to the concept, but want to see disciple-making movements take place. And they've heard of what's been happening in Kenya, so they're coming down. And so Roger Thoman and his wife Brooks will be there, and they're the ones who run Appleseed Ministry. And then Dawson and his wife Elizabeth will be there, and myself to train new church planters. And please be praying that God will be preparing the harvest, that He'll be raising up the right people to come, that those people will be able to connect with in villages all over, where we could see disciple-making movements really take place, and tons of people come to know Jesus and live as disciples who make disciples, who make disciples, who make disciples. And then that the gospel would actually be lived out in such a way that the poor and the hurting and the people who are broken can look and see it incarnated with them and among them, that they would see new things happening, and that they would see that God answers prayer and God is active with us and in our lives. Please pray for me. This will be my first time to Africa, and please pray that I'll be used well, and that I will listen to Him and walk closely with Jesus, and He'd speak through me, and we'd be able to train up and coach new leaders. Pray for my family as I'm gone. 2 weeks is a long time for me to be away. And so pray for Rose and the kiddos, and that God will give a peace over our home. Pray for finances for us as well. I'm supposed to raise about $3,500 for this trip, and right now I'm about $1,000, so still about $2,500 shy. But God's calling us to go, and so we're trusting He will bring in everything else as well. So thanks a lot, and I'm really excited to see what God's going to do. So thanks.